Hello, this is Jen. I hope everybody's good. Thank you for being here. Welcome if you're new. Welcome back if you're not new. I'm here with an energy update for the collective and the Twin Flames. And I've been wanting to do this video for the past 3 days, but there was always something happening keeping me from recording it. And that's really aligned with the energies that we're in right now. Always something happening, always something taking our focus away from things and showing up to get attention, showing up for us to deal with those things once and for all, and for us to remember who we are at the deepest level of our existence. We had a new moon last week, and this new moon felt more like a full moon. So we are entering into a huge healing and releasing phase, which may show up for some people as trigger town and trigger city all over the place. For some people, it's going to be easier because they're able to recognize those triggers even before they show up, or they're able to realign very quickly when they are being triggered, and they are able to solve that situation on the spot and not create any more karma. We are in this huge phase of dealing with karma. So at this point, whatever and everything that is not meant to be in our lives right now will fall away. And it will find a way to take the exit and find the door out. It will find a way to fall off, just fall off. And I'm not saying that we need to do nothing about it. For some people, it will involve taking action and making decisions and letting go of old patterns, old thought processes that are outdated, old ways of seeing things. And for other people, it will show up as, I'm seeing this completely differently now. My perceptions are totally new. They feel refreshed. They feel as something I've never felt before. And this is the new moon. It came to us like a huge reset button in a good way, even though it may not seem like it right now. It is in a good way. A reset button for us to be reborn with these new energies. And in order for us to be reborn, something has to die. Something has to leave. We live in a universe of duality, dark and light, positive, negative, feminine, masculine. Everything is a duality that requires mastery to be balanced and aligned. This phase is one that we've never seen before. We are being pushed to our limits to break the barriers of what no longer belongs in our lives and energies. And for some people, unfortunately, it will show up as losing things, breakups, termination, losing jobs, typical karmic situation. To bring the bigger change, to bring the deeper change that they need. And for other people, it will show up as, abundance, finally, financial abundance. Finally, I'm meeting new people that are more aligned with me. Finally, I'm feeling free of whatever situation. The truth is being revealed. I've said that in a few videos. We're just getting into that phase now. The truth is about to be like exposed. Whatever it means in your life. There's no more space for masks. There's no more space to not be authentic or not be vulnerable and not being vulnerable in the sense that someone is taking advantage of us, but vulnerable in the sense that we're being real, 100% real. This is it. A lot of people, readers or astrologers, before the holidays, they were saying, it's showtime, the practice is over, or as the Leo King likes to say, the training wheels are off, and they are. They totally are off. We're standing on our own to show and to gain our power back, to use that power in a positive manner, to manifest good, positive things, and to master that power, to understand all the process behind manifestation, all the process behind healing, behind ascending, behind being a spiritual being. Let me see if I can find another sentence with the word being. Just kidding. It is, in a way, a test for us to see how strong we are in our faith, in our trust, in the confidence that we have in ourselves, but not the confidence from the ego, confidence from the heart, confidence of co-creation, manifestation, of, oh, hey, there's a trigger. What am I going to do with this trigger? Am I going to lean into the fears or the anger, or am I going to transmute it and shift it right away because I've reached that level of self-mastery? This is the phase to go deeper, for the deepest layer of our soul to be revealed, deepest layer of our truth to be revealed, for us to be aligned with our spiritual path and to keep moving forward and ahead. So it can be a hard phase for some people. It can be an excruciating phase for some, because losing things and losing people and having things just taken away from us is really not easy. Your ego is always going to try to make excuses, to find ways to hang on. But that's all part of the illusion. Underneath that layer of ego or that layer of fear, there is a beautiful creation and manifestation waiting to happen and waiting for you to say, okay, I'm ready. Please show up. That's self-mastery. And we are in a phase of, we need to get it. And we need to embody those manifestation powers that we have inside. And without sounding too religious, when we read or when we hear that we have the divine in us, well, we have the universe in us. We have that spark in us, in our heart, which is the engine of our spiritual existence, the engine of our spiritual beings and energetic fields. This new moon has brought us a huge, wide expansion in our energy. And if you meditate a lot, you may see some changes in your meditation. For some, it translates into being back to not being able to sleep very well at night and having all kinds of physical symptoms, especially with the eyes and the heart, like the vision being blurry. We have become more sensitive, or for some, they're about to become more sensitive, like a huge expansion in our energy and in our senses. Being able to see further, deeper, or on the opposite side of this, being too sensitive to the lights or the sun. That's the beginning of something else to come when we are too sensitive. It's because our body is not used to that level of sensitivity yet, and we need to integrate it physically. Food is also a big thing these days. being unable to hold down foods that we used to be able to, or craving something new, craving something that we usually don't eat that much. Hydration, extremely important during that phase because we are releasing so much on a DNA level that our body is getting rid of a lot of toxins. So hydration is extremely important. And for those going through the triggers and finding themselves losing important relationships, even though it's extremely hard, know that this phase shall pass. Know that this phase is the beginning of a beautiful and wonderful transformation. And as you surrender to the process, more clues and answers will be brought to you to understand why. Being in this karmic cycle right now, a lot of people from our past are going through what they went through with us. Meaning, if you've been in a situation with people or a specific person and didn't go well, or you were misunderstood, you were shut down, you were called crazy, these people are now realizing what they did. They are remembering that situation. They are realizing that they were off, maybe mean for some, but that mostly they were off. And they are now understanding that it was them that was unable to understand the real situation. It doesn't mean that they're going to come running and knocking at your door to apologize. But the important thing is that they are going through it to understand. And that, since everything has a ripple effect in this universe, it can have a positive ripple on you or other people, or a negative one, because it can mean the end of something. For them, ending friendships or relationship because they are changing. The truth is coming out. Truth is coming out on all levels for everyone, for everything. Like, nothing can be hidden anymore. Nothing can be put away and pretend that it doesn't exist. Those times are really over and long gone. So for these people that are now, I can say waking up, because they're now waking up to a new truth that used to be yours maybe years, weeks, or months ago. And they're now seeing that truth as their new reality. And don't be surprised if you hear from people of your past. Either yes for apologies, for forgiveness, or just a quick, hey, I was wondering how you're doing. These people may be called back into your life for healing. And healing for them and healing for you, and a chance to get closure on this situation. The truth is really coming out, and everybody is called to see it. There is no possible way to refuse to see it. And that's why so many people are getting triggered at this point, because you need to see the truth. We need to see the truth. And when we are getting triggered, we need to just stop for a moment and just realize what's going on inside. Why are we getting triggered? Or when we judge people, before judging someone, let's take a look at ourselves first. We judge what we have inside. We judge what we don't like about ourselves. So if we find ourselves having a negative or a mean thought towards someone, be certain that this will come back like a boomerang so fast, it can be extremely surprising. It's instant. So it's not a time to let the fears and the anger run our lives. It's really not a time for this. It's a time to let it go and really be true to ourselves and allow this healing to take place. Allow things to fall away and say goodbye to them and say thank you for the lessons and move on to the next step. That's what the divine masculine is doing anyway. And since we have the divine masculine energy within, since we all have it, we're all going through this, but even more so for the twin flames. The divine masculine, they have been working, like on one hand, working so hard at managing their lives, healing the karmic situations in their lives, seeing their truth, and they now see, or starting to see, depending where they are, starting to see who they really are inside. That person that they are to the deepest layer of their being that was unable to live before, because so many divine masculine were keeping everything inside, or were with a karmic that was putting them down, that were keeping them from speaking their truth. And some of them, it's not even related to our karmic situation, it's just by their own that they were not speaking their truth. They were wearing a mask, pretending to be someone, or they had this image of who they needed to be, and they now realize that this is all BS. It's not them. That image is not from them, but from the people around them or their surroundings, programs. And a lot of them were able to let go of these programs, and they're starting to live a heart-based life more aligned with their spiritual side, their spiritual being, and they're much more in tune with energy and everything related to energy and vibrations. Much more in tune with, hey, I'm in a bad mood today, but I'm not gonna let that take over my entire day. I'm able to shift this. As opposed to before, where they were asleep and they would project on people. That time is over. They've been going through a lot of inner child healing as well, and really deep, profound inner child abandonment, rejection, those times where the mother wasn't present for her son or her daughter, the moment where the brother, the sister, or the father were making fun, all that stuff is falling away for them to really reveal their true identity and to live by it and to be aligned with their spiritual path and mission. And about those karmic situations, maybe you're not seeing anything changing yet, but they know what to do. They see very clearly through this. They see who doesn't belong in their life anymore. They see who hasn't been real with them. They see who has been mean or trying to hurt them or to keep them away from their truth. They see all of that. They see it very, very clearly. Some of them have just not put that process into action yet, but they're about to. It's right there. They know it, they feel it, they know what to do. It's only a matter of time before they take the first step towards ending all those situations. So again, let's not lean into the fears. Let's lean towards our strength and being aligned with what's in our heart, because that's what matters. That's where the truth is. And with this expansion of energy that we've been through, it should be easier to be in our heart all the time. This is a process as well, but it should be easier. day after day after day, and the more we do it until we live a heart-based life 100% of the time. And this is a miraculous time to do it. We are so supported into letting go of what is weighing us down, what is keeping us down. We are so supported into expanding our energy body. And if you've been into energy modalities, either healing, you know what I'm talking about, that energy field, the Merkaba, our vibrations never been this high before. And it comes with that feeling of, oh, I feel bubbly, I feel lighter, I want to dance, I want to sing, I smile more, I'm chill, I don't get angry as fast, I don't get sad or not sad as fast. It shows up as, new outlook on life, new hopes. And without hope, well, we don't have much going on for ourselves, right? Hope is a really big engine for change. It's a huge vehicle, actually, for change. And the change that we're in right now is to reveal things that we don't even think is possible. To reveal things that we don't even think are possible. I'm sorry. And they are possible. It's just that we've never been educated on that, but they are possible. And that's where the magic happens. If we only get out of the way and surrender. At this point, this is the only thing we can do, and especially towards the divine masculine. We need to surrender to their own rhythm and pace and process. And they need the space and the time to do this. So we need to surrender to this and to the divine timing of things. And the divine timing is not some magical potion or a magic sentence that you can say that is going to switch things around. No, the divine timing is life in itself. Just like when we grow vegetables or flowers, it starts with the seed. It takes sun, water, soil, and a lot of love, and then it's going to grow in due time. That's what divine timing is. Everything has a cycle, everything has a pace, everything has their own way of growing and showing up, just like the divine masculine and the twin flame connections. And for those in a twin flame connection, a lot of truth will be revealed in either way, meaning the positive and the negative. So for some people, it may mean that you're going to realize that the person you thought was your twin is not your twin. There's this huge, it seems to be like the new fashion to talk about twin flames. But if you're a true twin and you've been on this path for a while, you know how hard it is. You know how excruciating it is. It is one of the hardest thing, and when you meet your twin physically, it's beyond what you can describe or explain. It's something I can only talk for myself here, but based on what people are reporting to me and what my clients are reporting to me, most people that are true twin flames, they have this first meeting and it feels like it's not even real. This energy that is present, the twin flame energy, that divine energy that is present, is so rare and so precious. Let's just treat it with respect and with respect to the other twin involved in the connection, and give them the time they need to do their own thing. And if you are working hard and doing what you're supposed to be doing, trust that they are doing too. If you are angry at your twin for some reason, in fact, you're really angry at yourself and you need to find a way to release it and to transform it. It's not your twin's fault. And I'm not saying it's your fault either. I'm saying it's your responsibility to find that way out. That way out to transmute and shift this energy and this anger. It is not your twin's fault. And same thing if you're in fear. If you're in fear, there's something inside of you that is not aligned. And it's your job to find what it is and to work on it and to align it. Best time to do it, this new moon, that's what it's all about. It's a rebirth, it's trigger town, it's a mix of always something happening, like I was saying, and it's a mix of how strong are we through this storm. And if you've made it to, the only thing I can do is really surrender and roll with the punches and follow my truth, follow my bliss, and follow that feeling and that trust that I have in myself and the universe, well, you're on the right track, no doubt. That's it for now. So hang in tight. Things will get better. Things will get smoother. And we're going to feel some relief. And this too shall pass. There's nothing to freak out about. And I know those are strong words for people that are losing important people in their lives. I understand totally what this process is about. And I know it could be paralyzing. But just like riding a bicycle, if you stop moving, you fall. So just don't stop moving. Try something, and this is how you're going to get out of it. Other than that, if you would like to book a reading, you can do so using my email. Best way to reach me is my email, indigogirl555@gmail.com. There's also my Facebook page at Indigo Girls Readings. My Instagram, indigogirl555. And thank you for being here. Until the next time, be well.